Talk about loyalty, but you ain't ready to ride. Get your mind right, he coming like a thief in the night. Is you ready? Is you ready? You ain't really about it if you ain't prepared to die. Talking about loyalty, but you ain't ready to ride. Get your mind right, he coming like a thief in the night. Is you ready? Is you ready? You ain't really about it if you ain't prepared to die. Talking about loyalty, but you ain't ready to ride. Get your mind right, he coming like a thief in the night. Is you ready? Is you ready? Laughing at your idol gods, looking like some Digimons. Babylon won't carry on, this dragon getting mini bombs. You can call me Daniel, son, you know I serve the living God. Yours is made of bread.
We in the building. All praises to the Most High God, man. Listen, hold on, let me get it together. Okay. We, as you can see all throughout the earth, I remember some years ago, Bishop brought out Luke chapter 18, where we pray for vengeance. And let me tell you something, when prophets, when the bishops, the deacons, when they pray and they ask for vengeance upon these heathen, boy, you can see what's going on in the earth. Hey, give me that real quick. This is not class, but as I'm sending up the prayers, give me that in Mark chapter 16. Mark chapter 16. Because don't get squeamish, don't get fearful, don't get sidetracked, don't get faint of heart, don't get weak, don't get uncertain. This is our time when our faith should increase. Read that.
Mark chapter 16 and verse 20. And they went forth and preached everywhere, the Lord working with them and confirming the word with signs following. Amen.
So as we teach, as we preach, as we prophesy, as we call unto the Lord, God says signs will follow. Does everybody understand that? So we praying for destruction of the enemies, and the Lord is tearing up Gaza, is tearing up various parts of the world, whether it be Ukraine, Russia, whatever the case may be. We're watching these signs fulfilled after we prayed for it. So my point is, there should be an increase in our faith. We're watching America seizing oil tankers that are protected by Russian nuclear submarines. You can't tell me the son of perdition is not being revealed in these last days. So the time is a lot shorter than we think it is. Everybody understand that? All praises. We good? You sure? He said for now. All praises. My confidence level just went up. We appreciate y'all. All right, so let's put the thumbnail up. Let's put the thumbnail up. So today's class, the punishments and promises of Job. Job is one of my favorite books. I'll say that. I visited the history of Job a number of times. And it re-sparked something that I wanted to do for quite some time with a question that my wife had as she was studying and had some questions in Job. And I'm like, I've been meaning to revisit Job again. And through my slackness, slothfulness, or just occupied with other things, I never got a chance to visit it the way I would like. And even, to be honest, now I don't think I'm going to visit it the way that I would like, because the book of Job is so multi-layered. All right. A lot of times we read the book of Job, we just see a brother who lost his family, a brother who was sick, and a brother who regained it in the end. But hopefully by the end of today's class, you'll see some of the layers in the book of Job. Everybody understand that? All praise to the Most High. So real quick, let's open up. Yo, so wait, the thumbnail move or anything? Did I get some graphics? I ain't getting nothing. Damn. Still nigga. Damn. All right, let's open up with Job 11 and 6. Job chapter 11 and verse 6.
Job chapter 11 and verse 6.
Read.
And that he would show thee the secrets of wisdom, that they are double to that which is.
So what I want to highlight is, well, you know what? Let me not jump ahead. In the book of Job, you have many people playing instrumental parts in the conversations in the book of Job. As many of you probably know, I'm preaching to the choir. As many of you probably know, and there are some things that are said by Job, and there are things that are said by others, Eliphaz, Elihu, things of that nature, right? So I want to try my best to take our time with this. So real quick, we're going to come back here. Go to Job. Is it chapter 3? Job 3. Bear with me one second. And I'm sorry, Job 2 and verse 11.
Yes, sir. Job chapter 2 and verse 11. Now when Job's 3 friends heard of all this evil that was come upon him, they came every one from his own place. Eliphaz the Temanite, and Bildad the Shuhite, and Zophar the Nemathite. For they had made an appointment together to come to mourn with him and to comfort him.
So Job's friends came at an appointed time that they agreed upon to visit Job, to mourn with him, and to comfort him. That was the objective. That's the reason for them going. So go back to chapter 11 again.
Job chapter 11 and verse 6. And that he would show thee the secrets of wisdom, that they are double to that which is.
So they are double to that which you actually see before you, or you're reading for face value. Everybody understand that? Now, this is, and I made mention, this is Zophar, right? So as this is written, what we're going to see is the things that Job's friends are saying is, I don't want to give it away. I have a tendency to do that because I might ask some questions. Real quick, hold on, real quick. I just thought of something. Go to, bear with me. Go to Job 15 and 6. I want you to see something real quick.
Yes, sir. Job chapter 15 and verse 6. Thine own mouth condemneth thee, and not I, yea, thine own.
Whoa. Can you read that right, please?
Yes, sir. Thine own mouth condemneth thee, and not I. Yea, thine own lips testify against thee.
So this is Eliphaz. Here is Eliphaz speaking, and he's talking to Job, and he's telling Job that your own mouth is going to condemn you. Now, them saying it to Job, would it only apply to Job? Would that apply to all of us? Yes, your own mouth will condemn thee. So the reason I brought this out is because there are things you're going to see them say that actually applies to them. Make sense? Cool. Read that one more time.
Thine own mouth condemneth thee, and not I. Yea, thine own lips testify against thee.
So thy own lips testify against thee. Matter of fact, jump up to verse 3.
Verse 3. Should he reason with unprofitable talk, or with speeches wherewith he can do no good?
Jump to verse 5.
For thy mouth uttereth thine iniquity, and thou choosest the tongue of the crafty.
So look at Job's friends. Remember, what was their objective when they went to visit him? What was their plan, or what did they counsel about? To do what? It was mourn and comfort him. Okay, cool. So that's their objective, correct? That's what's written. Now they are speaking certain words where they're accusing him of being what? Okay, of being evil. Right, cool. So I want to jump away from Job real quick. Because remember, back to Job 11 again. I want you to keep this in mind. Job 11 and 6, one more time.
Yes, sir. Job chapter 11 and verse 6.
Read.
And that he would show thee the secrets of wisdom, that they are double to that which is.
So that even includes what's being said. It has an alternate meaning by who is saying it and what they're saying. Correct? Cool. Let's go to Isaiah 20 real quick. Isaiah chapter 20 and verse 2.
Isaiah chapter 20 and verse 2. At the same time spake the Lord by Isaiah the son of Amos, saying, Go and loose the sackcloth from off thy loins, and put off thy shoe from thy foot. And he did so, walking naked and barefoot. And the Lord said, Like as my servant Isaiah hath walked naked and barefoot 3 years for a sign and wonder upon Egypt and upon Ethiopia.
So, is it safe to say what we read in Job 11 and 6 also apply to Isaiah? What you are seeing has a double meaning, correct? So Isaiah walked naked and barefoot for how long? For 3 years, as a sign for Egypt, Ethiopia, that they were going to be led away naked and barefoot by, keep reading.
So shall the king of Assyria lead away the Egyptians prisoners and the Ethiopians captives, young and old, naked and barefoot,
just like Isaiah was,
even with their buttocks uncovered,
even with their booty cheeks out.
Damn.
Yes, Isaiah, even though we would all look at that saying, yo, this is some bugged out stuff. But the Lord used the prophet Isaiah as a sign of what was to come. Everybody understand that? Read.
To the shame of Egypt.
What is it?
To the shame of Egypt.
Because Egypt was unable to protect themselves and anyone else, but everyone kept trusting in Egypt. So the Lord said, okay, since y'all want to keep running to Egypt as though it's some superpower, as though it's greater than anything that God has ordained, I'm going to show you a sign. And that sign came to pass. Correct? Cool. Okay, let's go to Ezekiel chapter 4. Ezekiel chapter 4 and verse 12.
Ezekiel chapter 4 and verse 12.
Come on.
And thou shalt eat it as barley cakes, and thou shalt bake it with dung that cometh out of a man.
Ooh.
In their sight.
Some of y'all eating y'all little chips now. Ooh. Go ahead.
Verse 13.
Come on.
And the Lord said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles.
Even thus, meaning this exact same way, or even this way. The way you saw in the verse above is the exact same way. This is a sign for who? For all Israel. But who had to endure that? Ezekiel, as a sign for what was going to come upon the nation of Israel. Go ahead.
And the Lord said, Even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles.
Come on.
Whither I will drive them.
Uh-huh.
Then said I, Our Lord God, behold, my soul have not been polluted, for from my youth even until now have I not eaten of that which defileth of itself, or is torn in pieces. Neither came there abominable flesh into my mouth. Then he said unto me, Lo, I have given these cows dung for man's dung, and thou shalt prepare thy bread therewith. Moreover.
So he said, listen, I see what these Jews be eating. Lord, please don't give me no man's dung. Because these dudes be eating some stuff. Chitlins. Huh? What?
Y'all all right?
Pig feet, hog maws. Lord, please don't let me eat this brother's dung. Because he eat all kind of defiled stuff. Go ahead.
Verse 16. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, behold, I will break the staff of bread in Jerusalem.
So, what was this a sign of? The Lord said, you're going to eat defiled food because I'm going to break the bread that is in Jerusalem. Meaning it's not going to be flowing the way it once was while you were in your rulership. While you were in safety, it's not going to be that way anymore. Go ahead.
Behold, I will break the staff of bread in Jerusalem. And they shall eat bread by weight and with care.
It says they're going to eat bread by weight and with care. Meaning, you're not going to just grab a handful of or a loaf of bread and just start eating, because it's not going to be in abundance like that anymore. You're going to pinch a little piece now, put a piece away for later. Pinch a little piece tomorrow, give a little piece to your children, to your rib, so on and so forth. It was going to be scarce. Go ahead.
And they shall drink water by measure.
And you're going to drink water by measure. I have some water here. Imagine this water had to be shared between a family of 5 to a point where you don't know when it's going to be refilled again. Everybody understand that? So you're drinking with care. You're drinking capfuls. You're drinking capfuls. You're being very, very careful. Go ahead.
And they shall drink water by measure and with astonishment. That they may want bread and water.
It says that you may want bread and water. Go ahead.
And be astoned one with another, and consume away for their iniquity.
I'm sorry. Consumed away in their iniquity?
And consume away for their iniquity.
And consume away for their iniquity. So the reason the Lord is breaking the bread, breaking the water in Jerusalem is what reason? It's because of sin. Okay, cool. Okay, makes sense. So Ezekiel was used for a sign for the nation of Israel. Isaiah was used as a sign for the nation of Israel. Let's go to 1 Kings 11. 1 Kings chapter 11, verse 29.
1 Kings chapter 11 and verse 29. And it came to pass at that time, when Jeroboam went out of Jerusalem, that the prophet Ahijah, the Shilonite, found him in the way. And he had clad himself with a new garment. And they two were alone in the field. And Ahijah
So go back a little bit again. I'm sorry.
Yes, sir. Verse 29. And it came to pass at that time, when Jeroboam went out of Jerusalem, that the prophet Ahijah the Shilonite found him in the way. And they had clad himself with a new garment.
And he had clad himself with a brand new garment. Go ahead.
And they too were alone in the field. And Ahijah caught the new garment that was on him and rent it in 12 pieces.
You got to think about this. The prophet had on this new garment. Like, damn, that garment fire. You know, remember we did used to do Passover and we did not the fashion show, Formal night. Thank you. Formal night. Like, oh, everybody was loving each other's garment. Oh, that garment bad. Right? Imagine is that type of vibe. Ahijah walks up, you're like, oh, that garment fire. Now, what did Ahijah do?
And Ahijah caught the new garment that was on him and rent it in 12 pieces.
Now he begins to tear up his brand new garment. His new. He began to tear it, but not just tear it uncontrollably. He tore it into 12 pieces. Go ahead.
And he said to Jeroboam, take thee 10 pieces, for thus saith the Lord, the God of Israel, behold, I will rend the kingdom out of the hand of Solomon and will give 10 tribes to thee.
So, what was the renting of the garment symbolizing? The split between northern and southern kingdom. So, him renting his garment was a sign for what was to come. Everybody understand that, right? Good. Go ahead.
Verse 32. But he shall have one tribe for my servant David's sake, and for Jerusalem's sake, the city which I have chosen out of all the tribes of Israel, because that they have forsaken me and have worked.
Whoa. What's the reason?
Because that they have forsaken me.
Okay.
And have worshipped Ashtaroth, the goddess of the Zidonians.
Okay.
Chemosh, the god of the Moabites.
Okay.
And Milcom, the god of the children of Ammon. And have not walked in my ways to do that which is right in mine eyes, and to keep my statutes and my judgments, as did David his father.
Now, so Ahijah is now prophesying to Jeroboam of what was to come. And again, it was a sign. It was a sign that was going to be carried out by the Lord. Let's go back to Job. Job 29, verse 1. Job chapter 29 and verse 1.
Job chapter 29 and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Moreover, Job continued his parable and said.
So wait. Job was speaking in what?
Moreover, Job continued his parable and said.
So is Job going to say something that's double? Okay, go ahead.
Oh, that I were as in months past, as in the days when God preserved me, when his candle shine upon my head, and when his light I walk through darkness. As I was in the days of my youth, when the secret of God was upon my tabernacle.
So now, it's easy to say, Job is now reflecting upon his, but it says it's a what? It's a parable. So of course he's talking about himself, right? But he's telling us that there is a double meaning. Just like what Zophar said, that the wisdom of the Lord is double. Okay. Let's go to Psalms 107 real quick. Psalms 107 and verse 10. Because we just read in Job 29 and 3, when his candle shined upon my head, and when by his light I walked through darkness. Okay. Psalms 107 verse 10, real quick.
Psalms chapter 107 and verse 10.
Come on.
Such as sit in darkness and in the shadow of death.
Okay. Such as sit in darkness and the shadow of death. So though we're going to go into it, though Job is talking about the darkness that he experienced personally, correct? He also said it's a parable. So what could he possibly be referring to? Just give it a sec. Job is referring to something else that involves walking in darkness. And we just read in the book of Psalms 107 that walking in darkness is also associated with what? I'm sorry, what? Oh, Lord. Read it again.
Psalms chapter 107 and verse 10.
Come on.
Such as sit in darkness.
Such as what?
Such as sit in darkness.
And what is sitting in darkness?
And in the shadow of death. being bound in affliction.
Well, we didn't read that part. I apologize. We didn't read that part. Being what?
Being bound in affliction.
Okay. So sitting in darkness equates to being bound in affliction. Go ahead.
And iron.
And what?
And iron.
Okay. Give me one word for that. I see. I was confident on that part, right? Okay. Okay, cool. That was my fault. I was jumping ahead of myself. That's why I'm talking so slow. I don't want to jump ahead of myself. Okay. So I apologize. Let's go to Hosea chapter 11, verse 1. Because in Job 29, he also makes mention that as I was in the days of my youth, when the secret of God was upon my tabernacle. Okay. Hosea 11, verse 1.
Hosea chapter 11 and verse 1. When Israel was a child, then I loved him and called my son out of Egypt.
Okay. Egypt is synonymous with what? Okay. We just read that when Israel was a child, or like Job said, in his youth, everybody understand that? Job is talking about his youth, but here in Hosea, when we were youthful, the Lord did what? Read it again.
When Israel was a child, then I loved him.
Then I loved him. So, Job, I'll read it. Go back to Job 29 and 4. We're going to come back here. Job 29 and 4.
Job chapter 29 and verse 4.
Come on.
As I was in the days of my youth, when the secret of God was upon my tabernacle.
So in the days of Job's youth, he said, when the secret of God was upon my tabernacle. Go back to Hosea 11.
Hosea chapter 11 and verse 1.
Come on.
When Israel was a child, then I loved him.
When Israel was a child, or when Israel was youthful, I loved him. That is the secret that is upon Job's tabernacle. Because here's the thing, as we're going to go through this, it gives the impression, or Job has the outlook that the Lord is no longer with him, correct? So the secret of God is upon his tabernacle. Eventually, when he gets restored, he understands that. Everybody get that? As he begins to heal, as he begins to regain certain things, as he began to, his friends stop putting things in his head, he starts, wait, the secret of God is upon my tabernacle. When I was in my youth, meaning when I was younger and had it all, the Lord was with me. But why is that a parable? Why would that be in comparison to the nation of Israel? Just give it a few minutes. Job 19 and 9.
Job chapter 19 and verse 9. Come on. He have stripped me of my glory and taken the crown from my head.
So wait a minute. Did Job actually have a crown? So, but Job looks at it as he was in a prominent position. He was of status. He was of wealth. He had an abundance. And he said, the Lord stripped me of my crown. Okay. We're going to walk this dog real slow. So, real quick, go to Lamentations 2. Yep, Lamentations 2. So Job said, he stripped me of my glory and have taken the crown of my head. To represent what? Some kingship, rulership, prominence, right? Read Lamentations 2 and 1.
Lamentations chapter 2 and verse 1.
Read.
How hath the Lord covered the daughter of Zion with a cloud in his anger, and cast down from heaven unto the earth.
I'm sorry. Did what?
And cast down from heaven unto the earth.
So, cast down from heaven unto the earth. So, Israel is in a prominent position. Israel is in a ruling position. Israel has a crown, correct? Yes? Okay. But the Bible says that Israel was cast down to the earth, meaning what? The dust. Read.
And cast down from heaven unto the earth the beauty of Israel.
The what?
The beauty of Israel.
I want to show you something. We're going to flip through real quick. Go to Job. Bear with me. It's like, yep. Job chapter 7. So Job mentioned that his crown was taken from him. We just read that Israel was in heaven, but of course we know we were with the Lord, but in a prominent position. That's how the Lord created us, right? But we were cast down to the earth. Job himself said he has a crown, he has glory, and the Lord took it from him. Look, let's see where Job ended up. Chapter 7 and read verse 4.
Job chapter 7 and verse 4.
Come on.
When I lie down, I say, when shall I arise? And the night be gone, and I am full of tossings to and fro unto the dawning of the day.
So Job didn't get sound sleep. He said he was tossing back and forth all night long, right? Go ahead.
My flesh is clothed with worms and clods of dust. My skin is broken and become loathsome.
So now, the clods means lumps. So Job is in the dirt. Real quick, hold that. We're going to come back here. Go to chapter 2. I want you to see why. 2 and verse... Start at verse 7.
Job chapter 2 and verse 7.
Come on.
So when Satan forth from the presence of the Lord and smote Job with sore boils from the sole of his foot unto his crown.
So Job had sore boils from his feet to his head, the top of his head. Read the next verse though.
And he took him a potsherd to scrape himself withal.
Trying to get some comfort. You know what? Who knows what a potsherd is? Soldier Samson. Oh, damn, you put it up on the screen. These guys. So a potsherd is like a clay pot that you break, and he used it to scrape himself to gain some level of relief. Give me that in Isaiah chapter 1. I think it's verse 7. Soundness. Verse 5.
Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 5.
Come on.
Why should ye be stricken anymore?
Mm-hmm.
Ye will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick and the whole heart faint. From the sole of the foot even unto the head. There is no soundness in it.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. So we just read that Job had no soundness from the top of his head to the sole of his feet. But in Isaiah chapter 1, Israel, both northern and southern kingdom, there is no soundness in it from the top of the head to the sole of the feet. Hit the bomb! Everybody understand that? Y'all sound sad. Shoot. I was rejoicing when I was reading this. Y'all tripping. Because if you understand the history of Job, he spent a lot of time. It says many months he spent in this situation, in this state. But there was a redeeming at some point, correct? So this is why I said, yeah, we just like us now. We're cast down from heaven. We're on the bottom. We're lowly. Got all type of mental issues, body issues, spiritual hiccups. But the Lord said there is a turning from that. There is. Can't be. Look, you stay depressed, and you will wither away. Stay lowly, you will wither away, because you start to forget that there is a God. You only focus on your crown being removed, your glory being removed, and never the restoration of it. Everybody understand that? Okay, cool. Where were we again? I'm sorry.
Originally Lamentations and Job chapter 2.
We're in Job 2 now. Yes.
Yes, sir.
So read verse 8 again. Thank you.
Job chapter 2 and verse 8.
Come on.
And he took him a potsherd to scrape himself withal, and he sat down among the ashes. Then said his wife unto him, Dost thou still retain thine integrity? Curse God and die.
So what you see is Job is suffering both his own bodily issues. He's suffering spiritual issues because we just read in verse 7 that Satan left from the Lord, and now Satan smote Job with boils from the top of his head to the soles of his feet. So there's spiritual issues, and now he's having marital issues. Okay. Real quick, let's go to back to chapter 3. Back to chapter 2 and verse, where it says comfort him, verse 11 again.
Job chapter 2 and verse 11.
Come on.
Now when Job's 3 friends heard of all this evil that was come upon him, they came every one from his own place. Eliphaz the Temanite, and Bildad the Shuhite, and Zophar the Nemathite. For they had made an appointment together to come to mourn with him and to comfort him.
Now, so they made an appointment to come and mourn with him and to comfort him. Real quick, go to chapter 19. And we're going to spend a little bit of time in chapter 19. And verse 1.
Job chapter 19 and verse 1. Then Job answered and said, How long will ye vex my soul and break me in pieces with words?
So Job said, how long are you going to vex my spirit with your words? Go ahead.
These 10 times have ye reproached me, yet not ashamed that ye make yourselves strange to me.
So they're supposed to be his friends that came to mourn him and comfort him. But he said, the way you all are dealing with me, you've made yourselves strange to me. Real quick, go to, actually read a little bit. Read a little bit more.
Verse 4. And be it indeed that I have erred, mine error remaineth with myself.
He says, my error remain with myself. Real quick, he says, if I did the things that you're saying, that you're trying to break me in pieces with your words, he says, then my error remains with me. Go to chapter 13 and verse 4.
Job chapter 13 and verse 4. But ye are forgers of lies, ye are all physicians of no value.
So they came to comfort him, they came to mourn, but now Job says, you are all actually physicians of no value. The reason you're here is not even beneficial to me. There's no healing, there's no building up, there's no encouragement, there's no what do you call that? Solutions. There's none. And we're going to get to the reasons why, right? Keep reading.
Verse 5. Oh, that you would altogether hold your peace.
He says, if you had held your peace, if you all came here and just held your peace, what would happen?
And it should be your wisdom.
He says, you would be more wise if y'all shut the hell up rather than keep talking. Okay. So Job is saying, giving some telltale signs that I'm trying to highlight. As we go on, these will come back to your mind, right? Cool. Let's go to chapter 16 and verse 1.
Job chapter 16 and verse 1. Then Job answered and said, I have heard many such things. Miserable comforters are ye all.
Wait. Hold on a second. I thought their objective was to go and comfort Job. So what does Job say himself about them? They're miserable as hell. Okay. Keep all of these things in mind, right? Go ahead.
Shall vain words have an end? Oh,
So wait. That's a question mark at the end, correct? So Job is telling you that their words are vain, right? Go ahead.
or what emboldeneth thee that thou answerest?
Uh-huh.
I also could speak as ye do, if your soul were in my soul's stead.
So Job said, if you were in my position, I could easily speak how you all are speaking, break in my spirit. He said, I could easily do that, right? Go ahead.
I could heap up words against you and shake my hand at you.
And shake what?
And shake mine head at you.
Come on, read it right. Shake my head at you like, Look how wicked you are. He said, I could do the same exact thing as you. But go ahead.
But I would strengthen you with my mouth.
But he said, if he was in their position, what would Job do?
But I would strengthen you with my mouth.
He said, if the shoe was on the other foot, I would be strengthening you all. Okay. Go ahead.
And the moving of my lips should assuage your grief.
What verse is that?
Verse 5.
Verse 5. So say the word again.
And the moving of my lips should assuage your grief.
Right, which means to make less intense. The meaning you can help pacify that grief. Go ahead.
Though I speak, my grief is not assuaged. And though I forbear, what am I eased? But now he hath made me weary, thou hast made desolate all my company.
Mm-hmm.
And thou hast filled me with wrinkles.
Wait. Hold on. Job said, since you guys showed up, I have aged.
Damn.
Job turned the Benjamin Button on him. He said, y'all fill me with wrinkles, man. He said, I didn't have these wrinkles when y'all came last week. He said, look at me. Go ahead.
And thou hast filled me with wrinkles, which is a witness against me. And my leanness rising up in me beareth witness to my face.
Job said, you know when someone loses weight and you see it in their face? Job said, my face. He said, look at me. You guys are unprofitable physicians.
Damn.
Instead of my bones being fattened, instead of me growing in the spirit, being encouraged in the spirit, you all are actually breaking me down, causing me to get older, causing me to lose weight. Keep reading.
He teareth me in his wrath, who hated me. He gnashed upon me with his teeth. Mine enemy sharpeneth his eyes upon me.
Wait, who?
Mine enemy sharpeneth his eyes upon me.
So question. Well, we know Job is not talking about the Lord being his enemy, right? Who is Job telling you is his enemy? Huh. So, is this double? When Job made mention of speaking in parables? So Job is now saying the way that, give me that in Psalms, I think it's chapter 52 or 55, smoother than butter.
55:21.
55, thank you.
Psalms chapter 55 and verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart.
Jump up to verse 20.
Verse 20. He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant.
He has broken his brotherly covenant.
The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords.
Jump up to verse 3.
Because of the voice of the enemy, because of the oppression of the wicked.
Hold on. So It says the voice of the enemy. What are Job's friends using? I'm sorry, what? Remember in chapter 19, he says, you break me up to pieces with your words. Don't call out just random stuff. You break me in pieces with your words. That brother said, Dougie Fresh. What? So Job is saying something that's very telling. And at the same time, we're reading the same thing in other places, correct? Cool. Keep reading in Psalms.
Verse 3.
Verse 4.
Yes, sir. Verse 4.
Oh, no, finish verse 3. Just finish it out.
Because of the voice of the enemy, because of the oppression of the wicked.
Mm-hmm.
For they cast iniquity upon me, and in wrath they hate me.
And in what?
And in wrath they hate me.
Uh-huh.
My heart is sore pained within me.
Wait. My heart is sore pained, or my mind is sorely in pain within me. Go ahead.
And the terrors of death are fallen upon me.
Wait. Hold on a second. He said the what?
And the terrors of death are fallen upon me.
Go ahead.
Fearfulness and trembling are come upon me, and horror hath overwhelmed me.
It says, and horror has overwhelmed me. So now let's go back to Job, showing a comparison of those things that befell Israel, as well as Job is speaking in parables about those exact same thing. So go back to Job 7, because he said, horrors are before me. His mind is troubled, right? Go back to Job 7 and verse 13.
Job chapter 7 and verse 13. When I say, my bed shall comfort me, my couch shall ease my complaint.
So he says, my couch, meaning my bed, is supposed to comfort me. When I lay down and go to sleep, I should have some level of relief or comfort. Or if I choose to sit or lay in my couch, same process, right? Okay. Read the next verse.
Then thou scarest me with dreams, and terrifiest me through visions.
Hold on a second. Go back to Psalms, what you just read, please.
Psalms chapter 55 and verse 5. Fearfulness and trembling are come upon me, and horror hath overwhelmed me.
And horror has go back to Job.
Job chapter 7 and verse 14. Then thou scarest me with dreams, and terrifiest me through visions.
And terrify me or horrify me through visions. Meaning what the Lord was showing Job as he tried to get comfort in sleep was terrifying. What could that be? You gonna raise your hand? No, go ahead. We didn't get there yet, but I'm gonna see if you in the spirit. Nah, go ahead, bro.
Song cap. It's Leviticus 14. No, Leviticus 26 and like 14 and 15.
Okay. You in the spirit. You in the spirit. We getting there. Actually, read that. Read that for him.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Leviticus chapter 26 and verse 14. But if ye will not hearken unto me, and will not do all these commandments, and if ye shall despise my statutes, or if your soul abhor my judgments, so that ye would not do all my commandments, but that ye break my covenant.
Verse 16 is the point.
I also will do this unto you. I will even appoint over you terror.
Terror will be appointed over who? The children of Israel. The same exact way we read in Psalms 55, the same exact way Job is telling us, but he's telling us about himself, but he said, nah. The secrets of wisdom is double. It ain't just about me. It ain't about you, Otis. It ain't just about him per se, because he's speaking in parable form, as well as the secrets of wisdom are double. Everybody understand that? So finish that out.
I will even appoint over you terror, consumption, and the burning ag,
and
that shall consume the eyes and cause sorrow of heart.
Cause what?
And cause sorrow of heart.
Wait, why do we keep reading so many things about Job, but Israel is suffering the exact same thing? I wonder why. Okay, cool. Let's go back. Where were we again? Job
chapter 6, verse 14.
No, 7. We were in Job 7 and 14.
Yes, sir. Excuse me, yes, sir. Job chapter 7 and verse 14.
Come on.
Then thou scarest me with dreams and terrifiest me through visions.
So now he said, you scare me with dreams, you terrify me with visions. Horror is appointed unto us. Proverbs 3 and 1. Proverbs chapter 3 verse 1. Here is the one of the building blocks of building up processes that we all need to remember during things like this. Proverbs 3 and 1.
Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 1. My son, forget not my law, but let thine heart keep my commandments. For length of days and long life and peace shall they add to thee.
So length of days, long life, and peace shall they add to thee. Verse 24.
Verse 24. When thou liest down, thou shalt not be afraid. Yea, thou shalt lie down, and thy sleep shall be sweet.
Wait a minute. So we read in Leviticus chapter 26, if we go against the Lord, that he will do, or he will afflict us with curses and punishments, correct? One of them, he will appoint terror over us, sorrow of heart. As you read Leviticus 26, there'll be no soundness in us. The shaking of a leaf will make us fearful, so on. The list goes on and on. The class would really be like a 10-part series, to be honest, if we went through every single faction of what we've read so far. Just giving you a brief overview, right? So if we keep the commandments of God, we would not be appointed terror. We would not have sorrow of mind. We would not have horror over us. We would not have these terrible visions, terrible dreams. We would not have the whole head being sick. We wouldn't have any of those issues. We would be able to rest peacefully. Okay, cool. So, what time are we in? 1:30. Okay. Go to chapter 19 again. Job chapter 19. And I want verse 17.
Job chapter 19, verse 17.
Read.
My breath is strange to my wife.
So remember earlier, there was marital issues. Job is now very sick. And he said, whatever is afflicting him, his breath is now strange to his wife. Go ahead.
Though I entreated for the children's sake.
Though I'm only talking to her for the children's sake. Go ahead.
Of mine own body.
Go ahead.
Yea, young children despise me.
So Job is in a position where even young children despise him. Go ahead.
I arose and they spake against me. All my inward friends abhorred me. And they whom I loved are turned against me.
So he says, all my inward friends and they that I loved turned against me. Go ahead.
My bone cleaveth to my skin.
He says, my bones cleave to my skin. So is Job in the red? Job is not in the red. He is literally skin and bones. Look, all the brothers in the red looking at me like, you be all right. Job is literally skin and bones, filled with sores from his head to his feet, right? This is the situation Job is in. Go to Psalms 41, real quick. Psalms chapter 41 and verse 9.
Psalms chapter 41 and verse 9. Yea, mine own familiar friend, in whom I trusted, which did eat of my bread, have lifted up his heel against me.
So these are those friends that Job was talking about. Now, we know this is a prophecy of Christ, but the same thing was constant among Israel. We had men who crept in unawares to spy out our liberties, ended up being what? Betrayers, just like Judas did with Christ. It happened time and time again. And here is Job telling you about those friends who are around him that turned against him. Everybody understand that? So it's a constant, cycle. It's a constant cycle. And Job is making mention of all of these cycles that we have to go through, or that he's going through as a sign for what Israel will and did go through. So, Psalms 22. Oh, hold on. No. Before we go there. No. Go back to Job 19, verse 20.
Job chapter 19 and verse 20. My bone cleaveth to my skin and to my flesh, and I am escaped with the skin of my teeth.
What does that mean? And I am escaped with the skin of my teeth. He's what? He is barely alive. I gotta stress these points. Job is barely alive. So, real quick, bear with me 1 second.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
Go back to verse 1 again. I want verse 1 and verse 2.
Job chapter 19 and verse 1. Then Job answered and said, how long will ye vex my soul and break me in pieces with words?
With what?
With words.
Go to Psalm 64 and verse 2. Psalms chapter 64 and verse 2.
Psalms chapter 64 and verse 2.
Read.
Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked.
Wait, hide me from what?
Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked.
Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked. Because here's the thing. Remember, his friends came and gave the impression, good word, gave the impression that they were going to mourn and comfort him. Have they done that? No, absolutely not. Right? Go ahead.
Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword, and bend their arrows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words.
Even what?
Even bitter words.
Even bitter words. Go ahead.
That they may shoot in secret at the perfect.
That they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Go ahead.
Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not.
Hold on. Go to Job 1 and 1. So the wicked is shooting secretly at the perfect. Well, we're reading the Psalm of David when he's talking about the nations coming up against him, correct? Read that.
Job chapter 1 and verse 1. There was a man in the land of Uz, whose name was Job, and that man was perfect and upright. and one that feared God.
Stop. So we're reading about the nations, secret plots against the perfect. But what we're seeing in the book of Job is his friends who he deemed as enemies, who were supposed to come and comfort him, he who is perfect, and are not doing that. But David gives us some insight on what the wicked do in secret to the perfect. But Job was perfect. So Job is perfect. Who are his friends representing? I'm sorry, who? You both are right. The wicked of our people and the nations. Does everybody understand that? So Job is Israel in a righteous state. His friends represent the wicked of Israel and the nations. Let's give us a few minutes. We still got a few more minutes. Go to Job chapter 20. Job chapter 20. And verse 20.
Job chapter 20 and verse 20. Surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly.
I'm sorry. Nope. Before we go there, go to Job 11 and 1. Before we go there, I'm sorry. We're going to come back. Job 11 and 1.
Job chapter 11 and verse 1. Then answered Zophar the Nemathite and said, should not the multitude of words
So I want you to see in verse 1, who is it? Right. Jump to verse 20.
Verse 20. But the eyes of the wicked shall fail, and they shall not escape, and their hope shall be as the giving up of the ghost.
So Zophar is now telling Job what the end of the wicked is, right? Remember we read earlier in Job 15 and 6 that their own mouth does what? Condemns them. Jump to chapter 12 and verse 1.
Job chapter 12 verse 1. And Job answered and said, no doubt, but ye are the people, and wisdom shall die with you.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Go back to 11 and 20 again.
Job chapter 11.
Don't let this miss you. Don't let it miss you. Job chapter 11 verse 20. So remember, this is the end of Zophar's statement, correct? That's the last verse in the chapter. Everybody see that, right? Read it again, verse 20.
But the eyes of the wicked shall fail.
So Zophar is now confident as he's talking to his supposed friend Job. He said the eyes of the wicked are going to fail. And he's talking to Job, who the Bible says is perfect, right? Go ahead.
And they shall not escape.
And he says you can't escape the hands of God. God is doing this to you because you wicked. This is what Zophar is saying, right? Go ahead.
And their hope shall be as the giving up of the ghost.
So now Zophar has said his piece. So now the next verse, chapter 12 and verse 1.
And Job answered and said, no doubt, but ye are the people, and wisdom shall die with you.
What did Job just call Zophar? He said, yeah, you right. And nigga, that's you. Job just, and again, very small statement, heavy meaning. Job is confirming Zophar, you are that wicked. That's you. Huh. Maybe it's me. I don't know. I got excited when I read it. Y'all might not be excited, but I'm excited when I go through the scriptures. When the scriptures are read and when it's being heard and when you seeing it yourself. Let's prove this further. Y'all want to prove it further? Okay. Chapter 26, verse 1. Come on.
Job, chapter 26.
I got to be my own hype man. Come on.
Job chapter 26 and verse 1.
Read.
But Job answered and said, how hast thou helped him that is without power? How savest thou the arm that hath no strength?
So how were you able to do this, right? Jump to verse 13.
Verse 13. By his spirit he hath garnished the heavens. His hand hath formed the crooked serpent.
Hold on. So now Job is glorifying the Father. And he says, listen, he has made the heavens. And hey, don't forget, he's also made the crooked serpent. Okay. Go ahead.
Verse 14. Lo, these are parts of his ways, but how little a portion is heard of him. But the thunder of his power, who can understand?
Who can understand? Now the next verse.
Moreover, Job continued his parable.
So hold on a second. So as Job is speaking, he's telling, it says he continued his parable. So what have we been reading? Ooh, come on now. He continued his parable. We've been reading parables when Job is speaking for the most part. He's talking about himself, but he's also giving us insight in other things. Job chapter 12, verse 16.
Job chapter 12 and verse 16. With him is strength and wisdom. The deceived and the deceiver are his.
Hold on a second. Who's the deceiver? Well, okay. So now, here's the thing. For face value, he's talking about his friends, right? Spiritually, who is he really talking about? The deceived and the deceiver, the devil himself. Because remember, we read God also created the crooked serpent. Remember, in Colossians chapter 1, it tells you that he made all things on earth and in heaven. Y'all understand that, right? The Lord made everything. So the Bible says that the deceived and the deceiver are his. Everybody understand that? So as Job is going into both himself and his friends, confirming that they are the wicked, this is what's appointed even in these days with Israel. The Lord has the deceived and the deceiver. He created both. He created both. Don't forget that. Go to chapter 27. Stay in 27 and read verse 11.
Job chapter 27 and verse 11. I will teach you by the hand of God.
Wait. What did Job say?
I will teach you by the hand of God. That which is with the Almighty will I not conceal.
So Job is telling you, as he continues his parable, he's telling you, I'm teaching you by the hand of God. You're going to get this verse. Job is speaking with boldness and confidence, even in his affliction. I'm going to teach you by the hand of God. And the things that the Lord revealed to me, I'm not going to hide from you. Keep reading.
Behold, all ye yourselves have seen it. Why then are ye thus altogether vain?
So all you yourselves have seen the power of the Lord. But why are you vain as if this same thing can't happen to you? Go ahead.
This is the portion of a wicked man with God.
Whoa. Job says, this is the portion of a wicked man with God. But keep reading.
And the heritage of oppressors.
Wait. And the heritage of who?
And the heritage of oppressors.
Go ahead.
Which they shall receive of the Almighty.
Which they will receive of the Almighty. Verse 14.
If his children be multiplied, it is for the sword.
Wait, hold on. Come on, bro. Can we get that? Where you want to go? We want to go where? Let's go to Isaiah 14:21. Come on. See, that's how I know you Jews in the spirit on the Lord's day. That's how I know you Jews in the spirit. Read that.
Isaiah chapter 14, verse 21. Prepare slaughter for his children.
What did God say?
Prepare slaughter for his children.
Come on.
For the iniquity of their fathers.
Y'all understand what Job, listen, Job's saying some stuff here. Again, we read it and we're like, yeah, Job was down bad. Whew. I don't want to be like Job. Listen, Job's saying some heavy stuff, man.
That's right.
Heavy stuff. Go back to Job 27.
Job chapter 27, verse 14. Come on. If his children be multiplied, it is for the sword, and his offspring shall not be satisfied with bread. Those that remain of him shall be buried in death, and his widows shall not weep. Though he heap up silver as the dust, and prepare raiment as the clay, he may prepare it, but the just shall put it on, and the innocent shall divide the silver.
Oh, whoa, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Can you read verse 17 again?
Come on. He may prepare it, but the just shall put it on.
Hold on. Where would we go? I'm sorry, where? Some of these Jews in the spirit on the Lord's day. Can we go to Isaiah chapter 60, please? Somebody say amen, brother. What is going on in the tech booth? I can't. They went Episcopalian on us real quick. I lost my thought. Where are we going again? Isaiah 60 and 10. Threw me all the way off. Go ahead, bro.
Yes, sir. Isaiah chapter 60 and verse 10. Come on. And the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, and their kings shall minister unto thee. For in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor have I had mercy on thee. Therefore thy gates shall be open continually. They shall not be shut day nor night.
But that I like that thing right there. Ooh-wee. Look at that thing right there. And listen, we only shout out to Soldier Mordecai. We only creating as our little minds can fathom. We have no idea. We have no idea. This is the nations coming to the outer courts in order to give what belongs to us. I'm telling y'all. Ooh-wee. Keep reading.
Therefore, thy gate shall be open continually, that they shall not be shut day nor night, that men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles.
The riches and the powers of the Gentiles. Go ahead. The nations.
And that their kings may be brought.
Ooh, and that their kings may be brought. Go ahead.
For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee
the nation and king. Ooh, look at that thing right there, boy. Come on, bro. Because they will not be able to enter those gates. Everybody understand that? The nations can't enter those gates, but they'll be able to enter the court area to leave their offerings. And the nation that will not do this, go ahead.
Shall perish.
Shall what?
Shall perish.
Come on.
Yea, those nations shall be utterly wasted.
Can we get a bomb? Drop another bomb and another bomb. Ooh-wee. I'm telling you, boy. Go ahead.
The glory of Lebanon shall come unto thee.
What verse you in?
Verse 13.
Go ahead.
The fir tree, the pine tree, and the box together to beautify the place of my sanctuary. And I will make the place of my feet glorious. The sons also of them that afflicted thee.
So those oppressors that we read about in Job, go ahead.
Shall come bending unto thee. And all they that despise thee shall bow themselves down at the soles of thy feet.
Uh-huh.
And they,
Read this part real strong.
and they shall call thee the city of the Lord, the Zion of the Holy One of Israel.
Ooh-wee. Come on.
Whereas thou hast been forsaken
So in the way that you were forsaken
and hated, so that no man went thou thee,
uh-huh,
I will make thee an eternal.
Wait, read that right.
So that no man went through thee, I will make thee an eternal excellency, a joy of many generations.
Listen, the Lord said he's going to make us an eternal excellency, a joy of many generations. Keep reading.
Thou shalt also suck the milk of the Gentiles, and shall suck the breasts of kings. And thou shalt know that I am the Lord, am thy Savior, and thy Redeemer, the mighty one of Jacob.
Can you read that last line again? The Lord.
And thou shalt know that I am the Lord, am thy Savior, and thy Redeemer, the mighty one of Jacob.
So don't go anywhere. We're going to come back here. Can we go to Job 19? He said, thou will know that thou art my Redeemer, the Holy One of Jacob. Go to Job chapter 19, and I want start at verse 25.
Job chapter 19, verse 25. Let's go. For I know that my Redeemer liveth, and that he...
Hold on. We just read that the nations are going to bring their riches. And both Job and Isaiah glorified the Lord, our Redeemer. Now, Job is in affliction, and he makes a powerful statement in verse 25, right? Because oftentimes when we are in affliction, we don't speak this boldly and confidently when it comes to the Lord, unfortunately. We have to pray for that faith. We have to pray for that increase and ask the Lord to give us that increase during our times of affliction, during our times of doubt, our times of uncertainty. Go ahead. Read it from the top again.
For I know that my Redeemer liveth.
So think about this. Job he has wounds everywhere. It says, because he's in the dust, it has clods now, meaning it's clumping up where the blood is. Job has clumps of dirt on him. His breath is strange to his wife. All his friends have left him. And then all you have is these wicked devils that's breaking him down even further. But what did Job say?
For I know that my Redeemer liveth.
He says, I know with all assurity that my Redeemer lives. Though I'm going through this, though I don't have a pot to piss in, for lack of better words, though my body is riddled with sores, though I'm skin and bones, right? Though I'm skin and bones, though I'm near death. Remember, he's hanging on to death. He said, I know for certainty that my Redeemer lives. Go ahead.
And that he shall stand at the latter day upon the earth.
Now, here's what I want you to pay close attention to. Job says, I know my Redeemer lives, and I know he shall stand upon the earth in the latter days. Correct? We just read that? Read the next part.
And though after my skin worms destroy this body.
So Job says, after I'm dead and worms destroy this body,
yet in my flesh shall I see God.
Wait. Hold on a second. What is Job saying? Who can help? Who can help? Right there. So the brother that raised his hand with the dreads right there. with the locks, excuse me.
Shalom, Cal.
Shalom.
He's saying that he's going to be regenerated. In the final days, he's going to rise again and see Christ coming.
Job is going to be here when Christ returns. Look, read that part again.
And though after my skin worms destroyed this body, yet in my flesh shall I see God.
In my flesh shall I see God. That, man. All right. So listen. Go to was that it, matter of fact? Nope. Keep reading, matter of fact. Keep reading.
Verse 27. Whom I shall see for myself.
Oh, that's the part I wanted. Job said, I'm going to see him myself. Put that on the screen. We're gonna get that in a second in 2 Ezra 2. But we jumping ahead. I'm trying not to jump ahead. I'm really, really trying. But put it on the screen. I just love it. I just love it. I love that thing. One taller than all the rest. We're gonna get that in a minute. But the point is, Job, the Lord reveals something to Job while in his affliction. So much that Job spoke in parables and now giving us an understanding of what it is that we're laboring for. Why are we keeping our iniquity? Why are we trying to keep ourselves spotless and blameless? Is because we want to see our Redeemer for ourselves. We gonna keep it pushing until the day the Lord says, nah, we're gonna put your lights out. But even when worms take this body, we gotta know that we are going to see our Redeemer, man. I like that thing. Finish it out.
Whom I shall see for myself. And mine eyes shall behold.
And my eyes will behold him. Go ahead.
And not another.
And no one is going to tell me that the Lord came. Job is, and the Lord did the same thing with Daniel. He did the same thing with multiple, and I was going to go through it, but if we have time. Multiple prophets are going to be here in that last time. Everybody understand that? Should I go through that? What's wrong with these guys? All right, I'll touch on it in a second, but read that real quick.
Whom I shall see for myself.
Who I will see for myself. Go ahead.
And mine eyes shall behold, and not another.
And not another.
Though my reins be consumed.
Though I am dead, my reins be consumed. Though I am, it's not this beat up flesh that you see right now. Go ahead.
Though my reins be consumed within me. But ye should say, why persecute we him?
And you're going to say, the wicked is going to say, why did you persecute him? Go ahead.
Seeing the root of the matter is found in me.
So they're looking for excuses in order to attack Job. They do the same thing with us today. For time's sake, they do the same thing with us today. They say, because our anatomy is different, so they do medical malpractice on us. They say our cognitive thinking is slower, so therefore they put these standardized tests in place to keep us behind. They say we're lazy. We wasn't lazy. We was picking all your cotton for sun up to sundown. You name it. They try to change and find ways to accuse the nation of Israel. Finish that out.
Verse 29. Be ye afraid of the sword, for wrath bringeth the punishments of the sword, that ye may know there is a judgment.
So Job says very confidently, you need to know that there is a judgment that is coming, right? So real quick, just show how they always look for excuses. Go to Revelation 12 and 10. Revelation chapter 12, verse 10. Then we'll go to Daniel chapter 12, like I quoted it.
Revelation chapter 12 in verse 10. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our God and the power of his Christ. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our God day and night.
So the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accuse them before God day and night. Everybody understand that? So they're always finding something to hold against us. Again, whether it's medically, whether it's scholastically, you name it. It's criminally. It's always something that they're trying to bring against us, right? Daniel chapter 12 and verse 13.
Daniel chapter 12 and verse 13. But go thou thy way till the end be.
Wait, till when?
Till the end be.
He says, go thou way until when the end is. Go ahead.
For thou shalt rest and stand in thy lot at the end of the days.
So where will Daniel be at the end? He's going to be here. Daniel is going to be here. Job is going to be here. Jeremiah, Isaiah, so on and so forth is going to be here in those last days. And the list goes on. I don't know if I really want to go through the list. Maybe I'll do that in a class one day. But real quick, 2nd Ezra chapter 1. Just real quick, 2nd Ezra chapter 1. And verse 39.
2nd Ezra chapter 1 and verse 39. Let's go. Unto whom I will give for leaders Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Oseas, Amos, and Micheas, Joel, Abdias, and Jonas, Nahum, and Abekah, Sophonias, Aggeus, Zechariah, and Malachi, which is called also an angel of the Lord.
Which is called also an angel of the Lord. So now, as we read it from the top, it says, unto whom I will give for leaders. So they're going to be leading the people, correct? As it says in Daniel chapter 11, they that understand among the people shall teach many, right? So these men who obviously have already perished, correct? But the Lord said he's going to give them for leaders. So they're going to be where? They're going to be here as leaders in these last days. Whether they're to come, we don't know how much time it is before the Lord send Christ. It might be some of y'all right here, sitting right here. Jump to chapter 2 and verse 18.
2nd Ezra chapter 2 verse 18. For thy help will I send my servants
So to help those leaders that we just read about, who's the Lord going to send?
For thy help will I send my servants Esai and Jeremy.
So Jeremiah and Isaiah will also be here to help those leaders. Everybody understand that? So in those last days, many of the prophets that we read about are going to be here in the last days in order to teach and lead the people as the Lord has commanded. Everybody understand that? Cool. All praises. Because y'all wanted me to sidetrack. Y'all Jews be. So real quick, let's go to let's go to Job chapter 20. Job chapter 20. And as you see, I don't have a litany of visuals and news articles as normal. No. I want y'all to understand it. Lord's will. Lord's will. So as you read it for yourself going forward, you'll be reading it a little bit differently, correct? All praises. Job chapter 20, verse 23.
Job chapter 20, verse 23. When he is about to fill his belly, God shall cast the fury.
I'm sorry, go up to verse 22.
Verse 22. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in his straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him.
So it says, every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. He's talking, and Zophar is allegedly talking about the wicked man. Zophar is saying, okay, the wicked man, guess what? Every hand of the wicked shall be upon that wicked man. Read that part again.
In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in
So when that wicked man is full,
he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him.
Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. Go to Revelation chapter 17. Revelation chapter 17 and verse 15.
Revelation chapter 17, verse 15. And he saith unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth.
Where the whore sitteth, meaning the whore of Babylon. Go ahead.
Our peoples.
Are what? Jump up to verse 1 so we can see the context. Go up to verse 1, then jump back down.
Verse 1. And there came one of the 7 angels which had the 7 vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters.
So the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. Put that on the screen. The whore that sitteth upon many waters. Because guess what? That symbolism of liberty it transitions to almost 900 military bases all over the world. Transitions or translates to numerous CIA headquarters all over the world. Translates to all of these different entities from the U.S. that have a foothold in all of these countries all over the world. So read that part again.
And there came one of the 7 angels which had the 7 vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters.
Now jump back down.
Verse 15. And he saith unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are peoples.
Are what?
Are peoples.
So this whore sits upon many peoples. Go ahead.
And multitudes.
And multitudes. Go ahead.
And nations.
And nations.
And tongues.
Put that on the screen. And tongues. So this whore is everywhere. Right? Go ahead.
And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore. So
everyone where this nation sits is going to hate the whore. Everybody understand that? Can you want to go back to Job real quick?
Yes, sir. Job chapter 20 and verse 22. Come on. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. So
every hand of the wicked of the nations is going to come upon him who is the wicked. So guess what? Job's friends are prophesying in the stead of the wicked. They are speaking of what the wicked will be doing in the last days and the judgment that will befall those wicked nations and the wicked of our people. And we're going to prove that. Go back to Revelation and finish it out.
Revelation chapter 17, verse 16.
Come on.
And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire.
And burn her with what?
And burn her with fire.
And burn her with fire. Go ahead.
For God hath put in their hearts to fulfill his will.
Hold on a second. God has put in their hearts, because remember we read earlier, who belongs to the Lord? The deceived and the deceiver. Job was prophesying, man. The Lord put in their hearts, just like Pharaoh was the Lord's to dictate what was going to happen, not letting the people go, just like Esau is the Lord's to do according to what they were created to do. They were manufactured and hand chosen to do what God commanded them to do. Read that again.
For God hath put in their hearts to fulfill his will.
To fulfill his will. Go ahead.
And to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast. Unto the words of God shall be fulfilled.
Come on.
And the woman which thou sawest is that great city.
And the woman that you saw, that whore, is that great city. Babylon, the great America. Go ahead.
Which reigneth over the kings of the earth.
So this place, and that's why I had that little part in the beginning, how America do whatever the hell they want to do. They seize. How you going to take a whole country's oil and say, I'm going to just keep it at my house? How they deboned a country's natural resource and said, we're going to then dictate who it's sold to and how much it's sold for. And you can no longer sell it to your two biggest consumers, which is China and Russia. Read that part again.
And the woman which thou sawest is that great city.
That great city, Babylon, the great America.
Which reigneth over the kings of the earth.
Putin had a whole nuclear sub and ain't bust one grape. Ain't pop nothing. A whole nuclear sub to do what? All these flagships to do what? Listen, Mike Tyson he had this saying that I always love repeating. He said, everybody got a plan until they get punched in the face. Look at how they went into another country and snatched up a whole president out in less than 30 minutes. And put him in a Nike tracksuit. You gotta really tell us who else could this be talking about? Give me one that is in close comparison. Nobody. So for all of you Israelites out there, put the camera back on me. For all of you dummies out there that say Esau is the Arabians, talking about Saudi Arabia. No damn Saudi Arabia ain't doing that. Going to a whole country and snatching out the president? Hell no. It said they had him back stateside before the country knew he was even gone. They had him stateside in a tracksuit. They was like, wait a minute, ain't that our presidente? Who else? I tell you, boy, I don't know who else that they could be talking about. It damn sure ain't talking about Saudi Arabia. Damn sure ain't talking about any other Arab. Hell no. Nah. Esau is the white man. These bro, listen. Show me a Saudi Arabian that went and snatched a nationally known president from somewhere and nothing happened. Trump said, nah, we just gonna keep all y'all 300 billion barrels of oil at my house. Nick, if that ain't Debo, I don't know who is. I lost my daggone thought now. Y'all, Lord have mercy. Listen, and here's the thing, the Lord has to actually do this because so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans refuse to acknowledge that Esau is the damn devil the Bible speaks of. So the Lord, guess what? He gonna keep showing you. He gonna keep bombing Gaza. He gonna keep bombing all these various places. He gonna keep doing it so that you understand who the son of perdition really is. So guess what? Bodies gotta drop. Heads got to roll. But guess what? In order for you to understand, it must come to pass. Where was I? Oh, let's go back to Job 20. We're almost done. Ooh-wee, that whore that sit upon many waters, on peoples, on nations, on tongues. That whore, Babylon the Great, is America. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. And it's about to change class. And he goes on TV and mocks. Who else could do that? He told Nigeria, listen, y'all better choose ye this day who y'all rolling with. Nigeria said, we rolling with you. So now he's in the backyard of Mali, of Niger, and Burkina Faso, who America is obviously upset with. He's in their backyard now. He was there before, but now Nigeria said, nah, y'all could fully do y'all thing. Why? Because they don't want to get blown up like Gaza. Who can make war with him? The scriptures say that. Who can make war with him? This is the pride of this man. Actually, I teach the early class next week. I'm going to go into that. Yeah. Y'all get me hyped on the Lord's Sabbath day. Y'all some hype men right now. First it was just me by myself, but now y'all in it. Let's go back to Job 20. Oh, man. And back to verse, could we read verse 22?
Yes, sir.
Let's read verse 23. I'll read 22 and 23 again.
Job chapter 20, verse 22.
Come on.
In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him.
So we just read that all those nations and peoples that they sit upon, they actually hate America, correct? And primarily going into NATO is going to burn the whore. Everybody understand that? But guess what? All these nations that they sit upon support that because they all hate America. They hate America. Right now, America is mocking the Somalians, mocking them. But meanwhile, you've been bombing Somalia for years. Y'all understand that? I'm going to go somewhere else. Let me stay focused. Keep reading.
When he is about to fill his belly.
When he's about to be to the full, like it says in Revelation.
God shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him.
And God shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him. Go ahead.
And shall rain it upon him while he is eating.
While he's what?
While he is eating.
While he is eating. Lord have mercy. Job is saying some stuff. Real quick. Go to where does it say iniquity to heaven in Revelation?
18.
Yeah, Revelation 18. Read that real quick. Thank you.
Revelation chapter 18 and verse 5.
Yep, that's it.
For her sins have reached unto heaven, and God hath remembered her iniquities. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works. And the cup which she hath filled to her double.
So wait, you see what it says? And the cup which she had filled to her double. Right? Now, that cup is full of its wrath. That cup is the wrath of this damn beastly place. The Lord, John, in the Spirit of the Lord, said, listen, reward them double the cup of wrath that they gave unto your people. So now, back to Job, verse 23.
Job chapter 20, verse 23. When he is about to fill his belly, God shall cast the fury of...
So when he's about to fill his belly with that cup, right? Because guess what? When he uses that cup of wrath on our people, he benefits from it. When he bombed Black Wall Street, did he not get all the real estate? Did he not get all the remnants of riches that were left behind? Allstate, because I've been there. Allstate didn't pay one claim, one insurance claim, not one, not one for all the bombings that were there. That's what that's Allstate. When I found that out, I dropped them. I'm sorry, I did immediately. When I came back, I was like, I'm dropping Allstate. Yeah, now you know why. Jake from State Farm. Now Jake knows why. Jake from Allstate, now you know why. But the point is, all of those things, whether it be Rosewood, all of those, Oscarville, right? Seneca Valley in New York, all these different places, they were able to get free land. They got free land and whatever else was on it. So if you had your house, guess what? Oh, the deed was lost. Now who the house belongs to? Those nations that took it over. And they did that all over the world, right? So read that again.
Verse 23.
Come on.
When he is about to fill his belly, God shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating.
And God is going to rain his fury, which is double that we just read, upon him while he's in his comfort, his pride, and his security. Keep reading.
He shall flee from the iron weapon.
Hold on a second. Hold on. So wait. Is Job talking about his friends right now? Or is Zophar talking about Job right now? No. No. The Lord is giving him the understanding of what's going to come upon the wicked and the wicked of our people. But keep reading.
And the bow of the steel shall strike him through. It is drawn and cometh out of the body.
And come out of the body? There's no weapon you can see where a bow is drawn in your body. No. The Lord is giving him some understanding on what was to come in the future. Go ahead.
Yea, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall.
The what?
The glittering sword.
Give me some glittering swords, y'all. There it is right there. Cometh out. Give me the silos. There it is right there. Come out of its body. The glittering sword is glittering because of what is on the tail end of that thing. Look at that thing. So think about this. The Lord is giving them, remember Job said the Lord is troubling him with visions and signs, correct? These are the things Job is seeing and can't sleep. The same, what other prophets said he didn't, let me give it away. Damn it. Habakkuk. I'm sorry. I don't know how to ask the question sometimes. So Habakkuk doesn't want to be here in that time. Why? Because the vision that the Lord gave him of the end is so terrible, he trembled. He said, I don't want to be here during that time. Let's get it. I'm jacking it up. Let's go to it real quick.
Job.
Habakkuk.
Habakkuk chapter 3 and verse 16.
Go ahead.
When I heard, my belly trembled. My lips quivered at the voice. Rottenness entered into my bones.
It says rottenness entered into my bones. Go ahead.
And I trembled in myself. That I may rest in the day of trouble.
That I may rest in that day. Go ahead.
When he cometh up unto the people, he will invade them with his troops.
So this is telling you how evil that day is going to be when the Lord returns. When the Lord returns, he said, listen, the amount of destruction, remember, he's coming in the midst of that destruction. When he comes back, it's going to be so terrifying. No, they don't want to be here. So this is what Job was tossing and turning in his bed as the Lord is revealing to him. Go to Daniel chapter 7. Daniel chapter 7, and I got to look at it. Verse. Yep. Daniel chapter 7 and verse 27.
Daniel chapter 7, verse 27. Come on. And the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole earth shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom. And all dominion shall serve and obey him.
And all dominion shall serve and obey him.
Hitherto is the end of the matter.
So here is a conclusion of the whole matter. Now watch what Daniel says.
As for me, Daniel, my cogitations much troubled me.
So his mind or his thoughts troubled him. Daniel said, as I'm seeing the glory of the kingdom being given unto Israel, he says, but the way in which it's given, sheesh, it's troubling to me. Go ahead.
And my countenance changed in me.
And it says, my countenance changed in me. Go ahead.
But I kept the matter in my heart.
So he said, Daniel was afraid of how this transition of power is taking place. He said, my thoughts troubled me as I pondered on it, as I thought about it, as I gave it in-depth insight. He said, my thoughts was troubling me. Go to Isaiah 21 and verse 3.
Isaiah chapter 21 and verse 3.
Come on.
Therefore are my loins filled with pain. Pangs have taken hold upon me, as the pangs of a woman that travaileth. I was bowed down at the hearing of it.
So not only did they see vision, I want you to think about this. A lot of times we think that the visions that the Lord gave these prophets was them like us watching the TV right now. No, they were immersed in it. They were immersed in it. Malachi 4 said the days burn like an oven. How did he know? Does an oven have fire? Your modern ovens don't. But those ovens of old, the fire was way in the back. Y'all understand that? It's not how we would think of a campfire where the fire is right here. That's not how those ovens work. Go ahead.
I was bowed down at the hearing of it.
So he heard. He was able to hear. It's not just looking at it and seeing a vision. He heard the sounds. He heard the destruction. He heard the screams. Go ahead.
I was dismayed at the seeing of it.
And he saw it. He said, I was dismayed at the seeing of it. Now, go ahead.
My heart panted. Fearfulness affrighted me. The night of my pleasure hath he turned into fear unto me.
You hear what Isaiah said? As he sees this destruction, we're talking about men of the Lord who God gave understanding to directly and exactly. They were like, shoot, I'm fearful. I'm fearful because I'm seeing a destruction that I've never seen before. You got to think about this. Daniel knew the history of how Assyria took Israel. Isaiah knew the history of how Egypt did with us. They knew about destruction. There were many wars in their time. There was much destruction in their time. But they said, this right here, oh, this is different. Lord, please don't let me be alive during that time. We're going to wrap it up. Back to Job 19. We're going to wrap it up. 2 seconds. Job 20 and verse 25 again.
Job chapter 20 and verse 25. It is drawn and cometh out of the body. Yea, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall.
So the glittering sword cometh out of his gall. Go ahead.
Terrors are upon him. All darkness shall be hid in his secret places.
All darkness shall be hid in his secret places. Now, where does the nation plan on hiding in that day? Oh, really? So hold on a second. How are we reading about that right now? So the Lord is giving the wicked, Job's friends, understanding of how they and the wicked nations are going to perish. Go ahead.
A fire not blown shall consume him.
Because this is not, again, just like it's not a conventional oven, this is not a conventional fire, which would need, what's that, a ladle? What is that thing called? The fanner. You know what I'm talking about. Thank you. Y'all know what I mean, right? When I did that, everybody knew what that was after that, right? It blows the fire to intensify it, right? Go ahead.
It shall go ill with him that is left in his tabernacle. The heavens shall reveal his iniquity.
Remember, we just read that in Revelation chapter 18. Go ahead.
And the earth shall rise up against him. The increase of his house shall depart, and his goods shall flow away in the day of his wrath. This is the portion of a wicked man from God, and the heritage appointed unto him by God.
It says, and the heritage that is appointed unto him by God. Jump to chapter 21. Verse 14. Damn.
Job chapter 21 verse 14. Come on. Therefore they say unto God, depart from us, for we desire not the knowledge of thy ways.
Wait. Read verse 7 to understand what we just read in verse 14. Read verse 7.
Verse 7. Wherefore do the wicked live, become old, yea, are mighty in power?
So it's telling you that the wicked that they're talking about is going to have a certain level of status, a certain level of power. Now, verse 14.
Verse 14. Therefore they say unto God.
What does the wicked say unto God?
Depart from us.
So the Lord is not anywhere in their thoughts, like it says in 2 Ezra chapter 3. Go ahead.
For we desire not the knowledge of thy ways.
So does the wicked seek after God? Absolutely not. That's why we just read about their destruction. Go ahead.
What is the Almighty that we should serve him? And what profit should we have if we pray unto him? Lo.
Damn. Jump. Damn. Them damn devils. Jump to verse 30.
Verse 30. That the wicked is reserved to the day of destruction.
Wait. What did Job say?
That the wicked is reserved to the day of destruction.
So Job is now confirming and summing up the destruction of the wicked. He said the wicked is reserved for the day of destruction, like it says in Proverbs 16. Go ahead.
They shall be brought forth to the day of wrath.
So the wicked shall be brought forth to the day of wrath. Last scripture, 2 Ezra 2:42. And we're going to wrap it up right there.
2 Ezra chapter 2 and verse 42.
Come on.
I, Ezra, saw upon Mount Zion.
Because remember, we read earlier in Job chapter 19, the Lord said, I will see my Redeemer for myself. Go ahead.
I, Ezra, saw upon the Mount Zion a great people, whom I could not number. And they all praised the Lord with songs. And in the midst of them, there was a young man of high stature.
Put that picture back up on the screen. There was a young man of high stature. Go ahead.
Taller than all the rest.
Taller than all the rest. You're not going to have to ask, hey, which one of them is Jesus? Which one? Which one? He's taller than all the rest. Go ahead.
And upon every one of their heads, he set crowns.
He did what?
He set crowns.
Earlier, remember, we started the class in chapter 19, where Job said the Lord did what? Removed or took his crown. But now we're reading in 2 Ezra as the prophets are all prophesying the same thing. We went to multiple places. We went to Isaiah. We went to various places showing that they're all saying the same thing. Ezra is no different. The crown that Job thought he lost, and I didn't get a chance to get into it, but in the latter chapters of the book of Job, he gets it back more in abundance than he had it before. Correct? Now, we see how Job never denied the Lord and maintained his integrity. He said, I myself, I'm going to see my Redeemer. And no, not another. No one is going to tell me about my Redeemer. I'm going to see him. So read that again.
And upon every one of their heads he set crowns, and was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly. So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? He answered and said unto me, these be they that had put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortality and have confessed the name of God. Now are they crowned and receive palms. Then said I unto the angel, what young person is it that crowneth them and giveth them palms in their hands? So he answered and said unto me, it is the Son of God.
Read that part. You got to read that part again. Strong, bro.
So he answered and said unto me, it is the Son of God.
It's the Son of God that's crowning them. Go ahead.
Whom they have confessed in the world.
Who Job himself confessed in the world. Confessed when he was afflicted. Confessed when he was trodden down. Confessed when he was lowly. Go ahead.
Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord.
That stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord. Now, I know I said that was it. I might have told a little story. Go back to Job, chapter 3. And verse 25. I forgot this.
Job chapter 3 and verse 25. For the thing which I greatly feared is come upon me, and that which I was afraid of is come unto me.
So Job is greatly afraid. Remember, we read about the visions that the Lord showed him. The thing that he greatly feared came upon him. Job knew what would come upon Israel. Y'all understand? Because at the time when Job was afflicted, he didn't have the thought of losing all his riches or losing his family. Those thoughts never crossed his mind. So it wasn't something he feared per se. Job is prophesying about what was to come upon the nation of Israel. Go ahead.
I was not in safety, neither had I rest. Neither was I quiet, yet trouble came.
Jump down to chapter 4.
Then Eliphaz the Teman.
Verse 3.
Job chapter 4 and verse 3. Behold, thou hast instructed many, and thou hast strengthened the weak hands.
So now Eliphaz is telling Job, the thing that you fear, remember, you've instructed many, and you've strengthened the feeble hands. Go ahead.
Thy words have upholden him that was falling, and thou hast strengthened the feeble knees. But now it is come upon thee, and thou faintest. It toucheth thee, and thou art troubled. Is not this thy fear?
So you see, is not this thy fear? Why is he asking him that if it was obvious what Job's fear was? Job's fear was for what was going to come upon the nation of Israel. So we have to endure until the end. In Lord's will, we'll get our crowns back. So I'm going to end it there. All praise to the Most High. Lord's will class was edifying. Most High in Christ bless.
Across the earth, the prophets move. From city streets to distant lands, the message is the same. Israel must rise. Through every quest, every journey, the truth spreads. No border can contain it. No distance can silence it. Our nation lives in every moment. In joy, we celebrate marriages. In sorrow, we honor our dead. On the Sabbath, we gather as one. Families rejoicing together, bound by the commandments of God. Yet are we tried. From the stones in Kenya to the hatred in Montana, we endure as a soldier of the Lord. And still, the mission expands. On the airwaves, on the screens, in every nation under heaven, Israel's voice is heard. We build our communities. We raise our children in royalty. We restore what was broken. We clean what was defiled. We show the world who we are. This is Israel united in Christ. Nation in motion. Nation endures.